1, and we are live.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy James Walmer with my co-host Vincent DeSantis. It is Friday, April 10th, which goes along perfectly with our number 10 episode today. Thanks for joining us.
It's the big 1-0, James.
It is the big 1-0. Double digits, baby.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me.
Not me. We are at 103 subs, I want to say.
Yeah. I think 102, 103, something like that.
And we had absolutely failed to thank our 100 subscribers last video.
Yep, that's true.
The guys in the comments got to it before we did.
Yeah, they did. They said,
wow, 100 subs.
100 subs.
I was like, damn, I missed it.
We did. So thank you guys, for real. Because every sub really helps. Yeah.
Yeah, you have no idea how much we appreciate it.
All right, hey, we hit 100, road to 500. Here we go.
If you guys want, you could join the Strictly Casual Discord. Link for that will be in bio.
Absolutely. James, how you feeling?
And that's it. I feel good.
Feel great. How's your week going?
It's a lot of finding new subreddits.
Okay.
And the first of which that I am in love with is male living spaces.
Male living spaces.
Male living spaces.
Okay.
And all it is people guys taking pictures of their room or their house or their apartment and being like, hey guys, check out my setup. And I'm just scrolling through, looking at these guys like super sweet, living rooms, kitchens, bedrooms.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm so in.
It's great. I love it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna check this out for sure. I love it.
Yeah, give me some big ideas for our house next semester.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Okay, I have to complain real quick.
Sure, hit me.
Because my PlayStation 4 controllers, both of them. I have the one that I got from launch that I'll bring up right here. It's got the sticks that are worn down. I bumped my mic, sorry.
All good.
Sticks are worn down. Look at that. It's kind of like got like this layer
gloss.
Of just gloss on it from that hand sweat.
Is it a tiny bit sticky? Not really, but just a little bit. Okay.
It is a tiny, your hand. Wait, can you hear this?
Oh god, controller ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The screws on the back look crusty.
Yeah.
So I had to break this out today.
Okay.
Because my new and improved the navy blue beauty.
Oh, she's baby. She is
baby.
Uh-huh.
I was playing Call of Duty today, and I was just getting a ludicrous amount of stick drift. And so I tried to put the pressurized air in there and squirt it all around and try and clear out whatever debris in there or whatever, but I still got stick drift. So I was, as much as it pains me to do, I had to go back to the oldie, which had it less than the new one, which is interesting.
I wonder, because that's a new version, the navy one. That has the light bar slot on the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's like, I've gone through 3 controllers. I've had my launch one, I had my urban camo, which died, which is like, it has like a lot of drift and sticky buttons, and now we're rocking with the gold bad boy. And she gets the job done. I got no complaints with this one. The only thing I wish I had was the little light bar slot right here. But I can't complain. It works. It works great.
Amazing.
It'll last me to the
Speaking
PS5.
of controllers, Vin.
Oh, man.
Come on. Look at that segue, baby. Come on.
Okay.
On Wednesday, I almost clapped, but I was like, oof. On Wednesday, in a tweet out of nowhere from PlayStation.
Midday.
I literally just sent it to you at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Just a casual. Yeah.
Just a casual.
Yeah.
And I just sent you the tweet saying, holy shit.
Well, okay, so let me tell you, I got the message on my phone, right?
Sure.
And, I'm just scrolling. It's a Wednesday, right? I'm just waiting for my next class kind of dealio. And I see this picture, and the initial thought is like, ugh, PS5 leak. who cares? It's like just
I was
another.
in class, mind you.
I was like, this is just another picture that someone made of a controller. I don't care. I click on it. PlayStation tweeted it. I was like,
Yep. And I was like, I clicked on the tweet and I was like, wait a second, is this just like a random like
Yeah.
fake account?
no,
But then I clicked on it and said, got the check.
boy, it's legit.
It's legit.
It's nice. So
It is no longer called the Dual Shock, but
What?
instead the Dual Sense.
which I like. I mean, I'm
I do
gonna
too.
miss the DualShock 5 or like the DualShock 5, but DualSense, it's pretty bitchin'. I'm not gonna lie.
It's new. It's
Yeah.
bitchin'.
It is. So, what kind of features are we looking at on this new beauty?
Well, let me tell you about the features.
Okay, also, I'm going to put up a picture of the controller on screen, so you guys should be looking at it with us when we're talking about these features
Wow.
and how it looks and stuff.
Innovation that excites.
Oh, yeah.
So our main features we got adaptive triggers,
Mm-hmm.
which have we talked about adaptive triggers and
I
what
believe
that
there was like a leak that said there was adaptive triggers like months ago, but I don't know if we covered it or not, so we might as well say it again.
Well, I think Sony's definitely also talked about
Okay.
adaptive triggers and haptic feedback because those are the two big innovations with the new controller.
Right.
Adaptive triggers are basically triggers that, as I understand, the tension at which the trigger actually pulls, like physically pulls, can be a variable and can change depending on context. So
Right.
the example that they use is if you are pulling back a bow, that's going to have a lot of tension and it's going to be a lot harder to do than pulling a trigger.
What
they
like
can-
pulling a, like you said, bow is going to be harder than pulling a
Trigger.
trigger of like a gun. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to feel that tension when you pull it back. And I was actually, I sent you a tweet by Pete Hines,
Yeah.
one of the guys at Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that he got a chance to experience both the adaptive trigger and what I'm going to talk about next, the haptic feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks there's enormous potential
Which is
for
awesome.
this controller. It's great. It's great to hear devs just give
Yeah.
positive feedback about innovative hardware.
Because that's one of the things you said is, well, that guy's tweet said it didn't feel like a gimmick, right? Or did you say that? I forget. Which is
I
awesome.
said that.
Because, right, you hear about all these features that they're putting in and stuff, and you hope that they're actually used. Because, like, the light bar, which we'll get to in a second, kind of gimmicky, a little bit. Like, I don't know.
A little bit.
A little bit. Sure, it had its purpose, but Sony does like to do little things that may not be, like, super, like, great
Well, I'll
features.
make the case that it's not gimmicky when we
Okay.
get to the light bar.
Fair enough.
But let's talk about haptic feedback.
Okay.
Haptic feedback is, as a lot of people know, it's kind of just it's a step up from vibration,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you'd have normal vibrate from like a DualShock 3 even, or an Xbox 360 controller, all the way up to the DualShock 4.
Yeah.
And then the Nintendo Switch is kind of a step up with its HD rumble, I think it's called, where
Yeah.
it kind of like it has multiple different rotors so that it can
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of feel it in different parts of the controller.
Right. Do you
which is
like
cool.
Nintendo Switch's rumble?
I think they have the best rumble right now.
Wow. Okay.
I do.
Interesting. Okay.
I really do. Especially because I like how the Switch, a lot of the times you just get the single rumble.
Yeah.
Where it goes boop. And then
Mhm.
I think that adds a lot where it's not just and I'm like
every time you hit a
something's-
rock in Animal Crossing, you get the boop, boop, boop.
Yep, I
Yeah.
love that.
Okay.
I love that. I think that adds another layer of just tangibility
Yeah.
that it's hard to get from a standard rumble pack. The big idea between haptic feedback is it's supposed to be give you a sense of like texture almost. So the common example that Sony likes to use is if you're driving a car on dirt, it's going to feel different
Yeah.
than driving a car on the road. And it's not just going to be like, oh, it's going to start vibrating, but it should like be a little
Yeah.
it should
Dynamic.
know.
Like
It's
the
dynamic.
rumble should be dynamic. Yeah.
Yes.
Which is awesome. I can't wait. I cannot wait, dude.
I can't wait either.
Okay, this
Some
next
minor changes.
little feature, I'm so excited about. I'm more
Okay.
excited about than anything on this entire controller.
Really?
Pretty much, I think so.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Okay, USB-C is going to be the standard charging port on the DualSense.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the next thing. I
Oh.
totally missed USB-C.
Okay, USB-C. So, my Mac's using USB-C. My Switch is using USB-C. There's rumors that the next iPhone will be USB-C. I love it. Everything's going to be streamlined. Like, not everything. Of course, not everything. But most of my major tech stuff is going to be USB-C pretty soon. Which is awesome. I love it.
It's great.
Right now, I have to deal with the stupid mini USB, which falls out of my PlayStation controller and
I
falls out
hate
of my
the mini
headphones
USB.
all the time. It's a little flimsy little guy. Now USB-C will
Mhm.
click right in, and you can move the controller without it falling out. It's a fast charger. It's about to be a universal cable. I cannot wait. My camera has USB-C on it. It's the best.
It's so nice.
Yeah, can't wait.
What I thought you were going to talk about, Vin,
Sorry.
was the replacement of the share button
Yeah.
to the create button.
This is a whole world of possibilities that this opens up right here.
I don't really understand. So, can you explain this to me? Because I don't really understand the huge difference. I thought it was just
Right.
a rename.
No, when I mean possibilities, I mean there's a lot of speculation about what it could be, I guess. So,
Okay.
I don't think the share button features are gone. The share buttons are just into the create button. Now, the PlayStation blog doesn't give us any information really about what the create button is going to do differently. I'm sure we'll get that later. But what I assume it to be is it will have all the share features, plus I think they're going to have a very big emphasis on creating your content in the PS5 to like distribute or whatever. I don't know what that means or like how that is going to actually happen. But right now the share button does Twitch streaming, YouTube streaming, that kind of thing. So that I'm sure that'll all be in the create button. You know how the PS4 right now has like a little editing thing for your clips? It's called like Share Factory or whatever.
Yes.
Totally underused, I get. Like I've never used it, not once, I don't think.
Yeah. No one uses it.
Right, exactly. I'm sure they're gonna do an updated version of that and put it under the create tab, things like that. That's my guess, at least.
I think the important thing that they do here is they streamline the whole design, because right now, if you're in the middle of a game, say I'm playing Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
So if I'm playing Red Dead 2 and it comes across, I'm in the cinematic camera because I don't want to keep tapping A and destroy my, or X and destroy my X button.
Yeah.
Right. I press my share button and I want to like post a little clip to YouTube.
Right.
Or I want to stream to Twitch. Right now, it'll take me through about like three different menus just to get something on to YouTube, because I have to go through and be like, oh, do I want to include this? What's the title? Like, check all these things before I actually post it.
Yeah.
I think the idea here is that it would streamline the experience. So saying, boom, post, like maybe say a few things about it, like maybe give a title, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Straight onto YouTube from there. And
that'd be awesome.
Everything else is behind the scenes.
And I mean, I can't wait for this faster processor and everything that's going to be in the PS5. Because right now, even to do those 3 steps that you were talking about on the PS4 takes way longer than it should, because you have to wait a million years for the PS4 to load that screen. And then you're losing all that time in game.
It's also loading the game, so it has to split the processing.
Right. That'll be interesting. I'm pretty excited to see what the create button, like what they have in there, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things that we haven't even thought about in there. So it's exciting. It's good.
Yeah. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
Next up is a built-in mic, which we have. It apparently is really cool.
Yeah.
So important distinction.
Yeah.
There is a 3.5mm headphone jack.
Yep.
In the controller still. This is not replacing
No.
that. But Sony describes it as something that's like short if you want to just have a quick like 5-10 minute conversation. Don't want to put in your microphone or put on headphones.
Yep.
Like that's fine.
Which is great.
And apparently it's supposed to eliminate crosstalk and identify like individual use. Apparently this is
nuts, but
it's
yeah.
supposed to like be a really like great microphone that they put in the controller.
Okay.
I think their recommendation to put on headphones is to alleviate controller battery usage from the microphone. I could be wrong,
Okay.
but that's my speculation.
That's interesting. Do your headphones right now plug into the bottom of the controller or plug into the PS4?
So I have a wireless
Yeah.
headset, so they plug. I have like a. Here, I'll show you. I have a receiver.
Yeah.
Like a Bluetooth receiver for stereo audio that goes into my PS4.
Okay.
And then my headphones just
Yeah.
just sync up to that receiver.
Yeah, mine's like just a little USB that plugs into the PS4, and then it just receives the headphones. But I used to use the 3.5 jack all the time before I had these headphones.
Me too. Me too.
So I'm glad they're not getting rid of it because, I mean, it's useful if you don't have the wireless pair.
Now, you were never an Xbox 360 guy, right, Vin?
I do have an Xbox 360.
Okay.
I would say my PS3 was definitely my main console, though.
I remember back in the day, in the golden ages, I would go and I'd hop on, it's like 7th, 8th grade, hop on my Xbox, get that little, like, side, like, can I take your order headset with a little puffball on the end.
Yep, I had that for my PS3.
And then you'd plug it into the bottom of that controller,
Mm-hmm.
and it had the little foam that went over your ear so it didn't hurt your ear.
It still hurt,
And then
though.
you were in, baby. It still hurt, though.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
you were good to go, baby.
'Cause
You were playing
PS3
Battlefield Bad Company 2. You were having a good time.
Epic game.
Mhm.
Yeah, so PS3 didn't have the jack on the bottom, so I was running this super long cord from my couch all the way to my PS3 that was like a little higher for some reason on like the side, because I'd play on this projector, and everybody would trip on this damn cable every single time. I don't know why.
Did they ever rip it off your head?
Oh, 100 times. 100 times. That thing got a beating, but it worked. I don't know. Got the job done for like $12 or however much it was.
Yeah, man. That's
So-
funny.
Yeah, this mic in the controller, again, it was something where I was like, okay, I don't know if this is needed or not, but the way they explain it, it seems kind of handy. Like, it might come in handy.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't want to, if I get my hair done, whatever, and I get my hair all good to go, I don't want to put a pair of headphones on.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm about to go out in like 5-10 minutes.
Fair enough. But also, if I'm
I wanna
chatting with
talk
the boys, like, I usually put the headphones on anyway.
that's what I'm saying, but like now you don't have to.
That's true.
Because if you want to just go chat with the boys, you can just.
You're right.
Can you imagine how many of these guys we're gonna get?
Ooh! James, you better start that right away. Like, right when the PS5 comes out, you gotta like make a meme like that. Because like I've never seen that before. That would be funny. That would be funny. You gotta be the first one to do it.
Me trying to talk to the boys on party chat with my
Yep.
DualSense.
You could start that now, with all the PS5 hype.
I could.
We'll brainstorm some ideas after this.
We'll brainstorm.
Okay.
No more rear light bar. Vin, can you right now bring up the side view of the PlayStation 5
Yes.
controller?
On my snap.
Okay.
Ready? The side view's gonna pop up, and okay, there it is. The side view is up.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so what we can see here, I'm visualizing it in my mind. I don't have it up.
Just
Is
pull it up on
a
another
lot
tab.
of.
Okay.
I'll pull it. Like I can remember it perfectly. Okay,
Yeah,
I got
okay.
it in my head. I see
Fair
it.
enough.
I
Fair
see
enough.
it. Now what we see here is a relatively unchanged silhouette from the PS4 controller. However,
Right.
there is a major difference, and that is that there is no more light bar in the back of the controller. Now this has potential to be big.
Yes.
Why? Because if you recall, if you were a PlayStation VR user, like I was for a brief period of time, the PlayStation camera would pick up on the light of your PlayStation 4 controller, your DualShock 4,
Right.
and use that as a sensor for where it was. Even when you would sign into your console, if you had the like face recognition on, it would ask you to hold up your controller, and you could go.
Yeah, I still do that. Uh-huh.
So, what this means, what I think, this is not confirmed by anybody, but this is entire speculation.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Sony's working on PlayStation VR 2.
Absolutely.
Whatever
brother.
that looks like. We know. We saw the patents for new controllers,
Mm-hmm.
which, because there's no light on the back of the controller, and in the patents, I don't remember there being a light.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
On the VR, the new VR stuff.
On the VR controllers that we saw that were the knuckle style,
Yeah.
the patent that we saw, which was a rumor, but there is a patent that Sony filed. There was no light on that either, which makes me believe that it will no longer be an external camera that is using light recognition. And if they're using external cameras that don't focus on light.
Right, which is big for you.
This is big for me.
Yeah.
Because I felt the PlayStation VR was restrictive in terms of my movement, because I don't feel like it could get, like, if I were to reach down
Yeah.
and, you know, grab something like under a like if I'm playing Job Simulator and I need to grab something under the counter, it wouldn't pick it up because I'm in a small space to where if I'm going lower, my desk cuts off the field of view for my camera.
You're going to have to get back up and then reset your position and then...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then try and do it, but it's still going to glitch out. So it's really up in the air whether it's going to happen or not. So I'm proposing either different cameras or internal cameras similar to an Oculus Quest.
Right.
Or an
and you
Oculus
have to assume
Rift
they're
S.
going that way, right? You have to hope
That's
that
where
they're
everyone's going.
Yeah. Right.
That's where everyone's going. So you have to hope that Sony's going to take a hint and go that way. I like what I'm seeing with Sony in terms of other hardware, and I hope Sony doubles down and really, instead of saying, okay, we're going to like play it safe here and release like just kind of a one-of-the-mill headset, I hope they go the extra mile. Maybe not release something that's like $1,000, like an Index.
Right. God. Yeah.
But like a Oculus Quest sort of range with extra, like almost more of a Rift S sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, they have to make it some sort of premium because they want to make it accessible to all players, but right now,
Yes.
those all players for VR are willing to pay that extra money. Like,
Yes.
I don't know if I'm all bought in on VR yet. Like, I want to be. But the people that are going to buy VR aren't going to mind spending like $100 extra on it to get those features that everybody else has.
$100 extra from the PlayStation VR price it is now?
Yeah. Or, well, I mean, I don't know. That was just arbitrary.
Or what it was at launch? Okay, sure.
Just a little extra than what it would be.
How much was PlayStation VR at launch?
I'm pretty sure it's $299.
I thought it was $399, but
okay. Well, you bought it, so you probably know.
No, I could be totally wrong. $349 from Best Buy with Blood and Truth and Everybody's Golf bundle.
Okay. Ooh, Everybody's
So
Golf VR, baby.
Now this is problematic for me because for $400 you can get an Oculus Quest, which, though it doesn't have the processing power, if you pay an extra $50-$60 and get a link cable, you're getting the processing power of your PC, and you're getting wireless,
which is killer.
Besides the link cable, and you're getting internal cameras that require no base stations or external, input or cameras whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Besides VR, there's another reason I'm excited that the light bar on the back is gone.
Sure.
And that's for battery life. Because I would say my PS4 battery
life
isn't terrible. The life on my controller
battery.
Yeah, my controller battery isn't terrible, but it definitely needs some improvement. And by not having this giant ass light bar on the back, shining at I don't know how many lumens, bro. I swear it lights up the whole dang room. But like I guarantee that just chugs away at the battery. So getting rid of that is gonna help a lot.
And it also seemed a little unnecessary.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Because I'm not gonna look at it.
No. That's why they added that little slit on the top of the touch bar so you can actually see the light.
But no one plays their games like this.
Nope, you're right.
So I'm still a little skeptical of the use of the light bar in general.
I like it.
I mean, it's a cool touch aesthetically.
Yeah. Right.
But
we'll get to aesthetics on this controller after we go through the specs, but There's a lot to
Sure.
talk about there too.
Sure. So speaking of the light bar on the front of the controller, it is no longer at the top across here, but is on the sides, like on the creases of the controller.
Yeah. Okay, let's go in. What is your initial thoughts about this controller? Like, you look at it right away, and what's like the first thing that pops into your head?
I
Just for you.
think chunky.
Chunky. Okay.
It's chunky.
Interesting.
You know, it's bigger. It looks more like the grips look more like an Xbox One controller
Right.
than a PS4 controller. The PS4 controller is very rounded.
There's
right.
Right here on the sides, it's a little bit bulged out. It's not quite straight down.
Right. It's a little bulged out. Might have for a little bit of a nicer seating
which is
in your hands.
I already think that the DualShock 4 is like one of the best controllers I've ever used in my life.
I do too.
And so if it keeps like as sturdy as this, it's not too light. It's the perfect weight in my hand. I think the buttons feel nice. It's pretty great. I only have like small complaints, like the stupid mini USB and all that garbage.
Yeah.
This has the potential to be the best controller ever made.
Yeah, it really does.
100%.
And I'm excited. There's also a weird rumor that like the touchpad is also a touch screen, and so
Which would be
like
sweet.
one example is like, oh, you might have to like trace a line or something to like solve a puzzle. I don't know, but it would show up on the thing, or like if you wanted to like put your signature on something ?
It's
You
weird
could just
because
write it.
you already have that capability on the touchpad with like typing. So like if you pull up a something where you type on the PS4, you can use your finger as like a cursor.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's horrible. It's horrible.
It's not great.
So when you sent me this, I was like, "Oh God, this is ugly." Like
Really?
I don't like this. That was my initial reaction. Was
Okay.
like, "Oh." But as I looked at it for like the next 30 minutes, I was like, "This is awesome. This is really
I think
really
it's
cool
pretty
in my
cool.
opinion."
And there are a lot
it's
of
different.
edits that people have out there of
Oh,
like
yeah.
different color schemes. And there's some really cool
So
ones. Like
cool.
the monotone color ones are cool. There's also one where they flip the black and white, and I think that looks really cool too.
Yeah.
One person did where it's like black in the middle section, and then the outer section is white.
Yeah. I like the
but
person
I
that did the
think-
classic colors from like the PS1.
Yes, that was
Looks
cool
great.
too. It's important to note that Sony's controllers always, in a way, mirror their console.
Yep.
And so this quite possibly may be the same case for the PlayStation 5. And then we might see a dual tone, majority white with
Black tones
with
or hints.
trim, with a black trim,
Mm-hmm.
or it's going to be straight up down the middle, white and black.
Yeah. I mean, PS4 launched with a black controller and a black console. This is a mostly white controller. I'm all for new. I'm all for new.
I am too.
Because like Xbox's new controller looks pretty much exactly like,
I think
The
it's
other one.
exactly the same. I could be wrong.
and so I love it. This one is like visibly very different than the DualShock 4. And I think that's going to help, honestly. That's going
I
to help
love
like,
change.
differentiate. Yeah. We waited 6
I'll
years,
talk about,
right?
yeah, 6 whole years, damn.
We're ready. We're ready for it.
As I like to talk about when I'm watching Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
big balls. I want
Sony.
Sony to have big balls, and it looks like they do.
Yeah.
It looks like they have big balls, even though, like, despite the other hardware, like, things that we've seen,
Mm-hmm.
I think Sony even carries big balls, and that they don't really care about the Xbox Series X's extra 2 teraflops.
No. And when in that
balls.
video breakdown that we looked at, that 2 teraflops is simply a flex. It might not help
Yes.
past like a certain amount of time or a certain amount of power is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you're looking at these pictures of the DualShock or the DualSense, excuse me, the PlayStation button in the middle is no longer this circle. It's
Right.
like an actual PlayStation logo cutout, and I think it looks
Mhm.
awesome. It looks so cool.
What I don't like, though, is it has, like, a PlayStation 2 style little, like, bar button underneath.
I don't know what
There's
that
just
bar
a
button
little
is.
I would assume it serves the same purpose as a PlayStation button.
No, but I think that actual PlayStation logo is the PlayStation button.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that bar underneath has to do with the built-in mic, because that's what the little mic is underneath it. But again, that's all 100% speculation. I have no idea.
Oh, I see how you could totally see that that's the button itself. Because
Yeah.
it is, you can see, like, it's embossed.
Yeah, it's a little gloss
And it has a
over
little
there too.
black outlining. It could, I think that might be the, you're right.
I would love that, dude.
So do you think,
I would love that.
So do you think that bar might be like a mute button for the...
Must be. Something like that. Because
like
if they're gonna have a mic that's always that's good, a mute button. Because if that mic's always
on off.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm really liking this controller though.
I like the new shape of the touchpad. It looks bigger.
Yeah. Even though I barely
think,
use the touchpad, but I like it.
But I think the size gives it more room to play around and mess with, because I feel like it's only about 2 thumbs width, and it might give me a little more room to actually give some more usability. And if they position the controller to where you don't have to reach over as much for the touchpad, it might bring more usability. As you know, if they split, some games did a split down the middle where left touchpad, right touchpad were 2 different buttons.
Right.
That could be very helpful.
Yep. There's literally a ton of possibilities. Now, one other thing, before we move on about the controller, is I know my friend texted me about this and said that all the buttons on the front-facing view, they look flat. Like there's nothing to actually press. But when you look at the side profile, they are raised for sure, but they do look smaller than the DualShock 4's buttons.
Right, and I think potentially it could be that it's white on white.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's harder to differentiate.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about it.
I don't like flushed buttons.
No,
I want them to stick out. I want them to have that little bit of...
I agree. That was DualSense, baby.
Oh, do you know what? Sorry, I'm going to say one more thing.
Yeah.
If you look at the, like, inside of the controller, like right in here, that's also white. So it's almost like a white frame.
Yeah.
Going...
It's like a white plastic encasing over the black.
Yeah.
But like...
And I kind of dig it.
Clean.
Mm-hmm.
It looks great.
I dig that.
It looks great.
I do.
I saw on Twitter, I was scrolling and it was like, oh, it looks like Xbox beat PlayStation on this one, boys, for the controller. I was like, I disagree. Xbox is just using the same exact controller. And I know, take that with a grain of salt because I'm kind of a PlayStation cuck, but yeah, I don't think that Xbox controller is any better.
Sorry, I am going to keep going on about this because I just zoomed in on the picture.
Okay.
And the sticks have a texture.
Yeah,
it's not just like... Is it this? No, it's a different kind of texture. Where like the normal texture that we have right now is more on the middle, and then it does have a little more of that almost Xbox One kind of outside
has textures on
grip
on the rim.
It. Yes.
This one has textures all around.
Is this navy blue or black? I can't tell.
I think that's black.
You think that's black?
On the controller?
It looks more navy blue to me, but I could be colorblind.
I'm like 90% sure it's black.
It's fair enough.
It's gotta be.
That would look damn good with navy blue, though. Oh my god, can
navy
you
blue
imagine
and
white with navy blue?
It would probably look good. Yeah, you're right.
Nut.
I'm all in. I cannot wait to hold this bad boy.
Did you hold your PS4 controller before you got a PS4?
I'm trying to think. No, I did not.
Because I remember that was the first thing when I got my PS4 back in like 2000, what, 12, 13?
13, 14.
14 maybe? 14? I remember I took the box apart. And then the first thing I did was I saw that controller. It said, yeet!
Yep.
And then I just held that and I
took it out of the little plastic shrink thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, damn. That feels good.
Yeah.
And I texted all my friends who are still like loyal to Xbox. I'm like,
You guys are
you guys
missing
gotta
out.
try this controller.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'll never forget buying it. I had zero money in my bank account. Didn't have a game for another 2 months. I just had the PlayStation.
Wow. Amazing.
Incredible. It was incredible.
Amazing.
All right. Anything else to
that's
add?
it. That's all I got.
Okay, we just did 37 minutes on the DualSense.
I think the DualSense deserves those 37 minutes.
It deserves everything.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So this next one, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this next one. I got a lot of thoughts
It's
on it.
better.
Yeah. So Google Stadia is now free to anyone with a Gmail address. This comes from Polygon. Google's video game streaming platform Stadia is now free to anyone with a Gmail address, the company announced on Wednesday. Wednesday we got a lot of news. Holy cow. To sweeten the deal, Google is also giving new users 2 months of Stadia Pro, including access to 9 games for free.
Wow.
Existing Stadia Pro subscribers won't be charged for the next 2 months of the service, Google said. After the 2-month trial period, Stadia Pro will cost $9.99 per month. $9.99, not $1,000, obviously. Subscribers can cancel their subscriptions online if they choose to do so. Now,
it's easy.
I read this and I was like, okay, 2 months free. I need to get my hands on this again. Because previously I had tried the beta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I played Assassin's Creed on my Mac last year.
Okay.
It wasn't great. I had my doubts. Great, very cool idea. So I took it upon myself yesterday. I was going to sign up for a new account, to get these free 2 months. And Babashinga wasn't taken, so I have a Stadia username, Babashinga.
Come on, baby.
Gotta have it. So I log in or whatever, and Destiny 2 is one of the free games. And I was like, hell yes. So I log on to Bungie, and get my cross-save stuff going. And all I do is open the Stadia browser, click play, and I'm literally playing Destiny. No download.
Yep.
They're preaching the truth. No download, no update, no nothing. It literally jumped in and played with my mouse and keyboard. I just jumped into like free roam on the EDZ or Patrol or whatever, just to like play a little bit. And sure, I'm playing on a Mac keyboard and a wireless Bluetooth mouse that has a pretty bad connection, but I was having a great time.
Wow.
I was so surprised.
And it ran smooth?
It ran smooth, and my Wi-Fi's not great.
Wow.
I did a public event, and by the end of it, there was a little bit of like shakiness going on there.
Okay.
But I wasn't disappointed because I was kind of expecting that.
Sure.
2 months is cool. I mean, definitely if you have any interest at all in Stadia, anybody, definitely sign up for these 2 months. Like,
okay,
you might as well. It's free. They literally
Borderlands 3's on that, right?
It's a good question. I'm not sure. But the 9 free games.
If it is,
are what?
Yeah.
Also, Borderlands 3 is $15 on Amazon right now. $15.99.
Oh, never mind. Because I've been wanting to play Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to shell out the price because people were like, oh, it's not that good. But I like the gameplay loop, but haven't really been a fan of the mechanics. But now that they have the mechanics like down, the shooting mechanics, I've heard it's a lot better in this game. It's not a part of the 9 games.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
The 9 games are Destiny 2 The Collection, Grid, Guilt, SteamWorld Dig 2, SteamWorld Quest, Hand of Gilgamesh, Serious Sam Collection, Spitlings, Stacks on Stacks on Stacks, and Thumper.
Now this is interesting also because obviously Google Stadia has been the butt of jokes for the last 6 months or more.
Yes, it has.
A complete failure of a launch, I would have to say. All this kind of stuff. And this is the perfect time to be giving away 2 months when everybody's at home. They did also release a statement that they had to decrease their bandwidth. So they're not doing 4K right now because, I don't know, they're following like Sony and all that. They're decreasing their speeds. A lot of
services are doing that.
Yeah. But it's a great time to check it out. Now, I don't like. I'm definitely not going to be paying for it after these 2 months. But I'm sure there's going to be people that play it and feel like, okay, this might actually be for me, and like give it a shot. But in my, I don't know, situation, it's not. It's not really even an option for me.
I have a question, Ben.
Yeah.
Do I have to use a mouse and keyboard to play Stadia?
If you do not have the Google Stadia controller, I believe you have to use the mouse and keyboard. The DualShock 4 would work, but I don't think that support is out for the computer. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I'm
But
looking it up right
I was
now.
kind of stoked about using a mouse and keyboard, to be honest. I was like, well, I can't wait to try Destiny on mouse and keys.
The only available controller right now is the Stadia controller.
Yeah. F. That's a big F.
Yeah, big F. Yeah.
Oh
well.
Also, we skipped at the beginning. What have we been playing? But this next one kind of sums it up for me.
I just had to go straight into the controller segue.
That's fair
I
enough.
couldn't help myself.
I don't blame you. Okay. Any more thoughts on Stadia?
No, I don't have a lot of thoughts on Stadia.
Me neither.
It's just, it's not for me. It's not for most, I guess, like,
Yep.
gamers who have stable setups.
I
Maybe
agree.
if you're traveling a lot and you need to, but the games catalog just isn't there. It's not enticing.
They're still on track to have 100 games come out in 2020 on their platform.
I'll believe
with
it when
10
I see it.
originals. Again, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Of course.
Isn't Baldur's Gate 3 supposed to be a Stadia original, or is that just...
I don't think Stadia original. They would be...
Okay.
That'd be like suicide for the game to launch as a Stadia exclusive right now. Especially a game that people have been waiting for to come back. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
All right.
Very excited for that game.
You want to take this next one?
I will.
All right.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 3 launched this week on, I want to say, Tuesday.
Yep, that sounds about right.
On Tuesday. It releases a lot of free content for Modern Warfare and Warzone with blueprints, emblems, operator outfits, new weapons, vehicle skins, and lots of other goodies. The brand new shiny operator is Alex from the Modern Warfare campaign. This was significant to a lot of people except for me because I still haven't played the Modern Warfare campaign.
This is a huge spoiler for the Modern Warfare campaign. That he's back in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Not that I'm spoiling it, but they've spoiled it. Like, it's already...
They've spoiled it.
They're like, literally the opening cutscene is, "You're back from the dead." And he comes out of nowhere with one leg. And you're like, oh, okay, there he is.
Alright, fuck you, Activision.
Yeah.
Did Activision make this game?
Yeah, they did.
I lost track of who's doing which games.
Have you been playing Season 3 at all?
I've been playing so much. I literally played this morning. I got on and I completed a barracks mission.
Good. Dude, I'm in love with Modern Warfare. I don't know what it is. Like, more than any other Call of Duty game I've played in a long time, since, like, Black Ops 2.
But I have to rant for a hot sec.
Please do.
Not about the game itself.
Okay.
But these players playing Season 3 right now are the most toxic Call of Duty players that I've ever seen.
Are you talking voices or just how they play?
I'm talking about how they play.
Mm-hmm.
I could give less of a shit about how they talk.
Yeah.
Dude, every match I go into, it's Camp City. Every dude around every corner, just around some random corner that I'm like, there should not be anyone there.
Yeah.
It's not near the objective at all. Some dude's sitting there with a 725 or just a MP7 or a PP Bison.
It is more sweaty than I've ever seen the game. These last 2 weeks have been so
I'm getting sweaty, Vin. I've noticed
me
that my controller, my hands have been so sweaty this week because I'm getting heated.
Yeah. I've been
over these freaking players.
It's so much fun though. I'm having a great time. And I have buddies on Xbox that have been playing too, so like I would say pretty much every night for the last 2 weeks I've been playing. Cuz like all day I've had like school and stuff. So like at night you jump on COD with the boys and it's just been phenomenal.
And when you do jump on COD with the boys, you can experience the new quads mode in Warzone.
Yes, you can. Which I tried yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's good, But right now, what I've noticed is that so many more people make it to the final 2 circles that the game is a little bit slower at the beginning because everybody's in bigger groups, more separated, instead of smaller groups, less separated, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So when the last 2 circles come together, there's like 50 people still left, and it's less of skill and just luck, as where like I'm in the room or whatever, and someone's outside, or if someone's not outside, then I'm gonna make it to the next circle instead of we're gonna plan this attack or something like that.
Sure.
That's my only gripe about 4 people, but I love having 4 people. I like 4 over 3. Regularly.
4 over 3.
Yeah.
Wow. What is the standard Fortnite party size?
4. Yeah, for squads.
Okay.
Yeah.
For squads.
Apex has always been 3. But I wish COD would just add a mode. Do quads, trios, duos, and solos. You might as well add them all. Too. I don't know why they.
Wait, is there no trios right now?
Trios are gone right now. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's quads,
sorry.
I thought this was.
I thought it was both right now.
Yeah, I know.
You can either play trios or quads.
They say mode, so like you assume that they've added something on top of it, but right now, not really.
It's not the case.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Warzone, Apex, and Fortnite, these are all games that are very popular in the streaming sphere. Now, what is also...
Uh-huh. Yep.
But they are no match for Riot Games' Valorant, which breaks Twitch single-day viewership records. Absolutely shattered them.
For a game that's not even out yet.
It's not even out yet. It's already approaching and breaking Twitch viewership records.
Yep.
If you don't know what it is, Valorant is a team class-based shooter made by Riot, the same people who made League of Legends.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now,
and it's similar to a lot of people are comparing it to Counter-Strike and saying it's Counter-Strike with classes.
It literally looks like a love child of Overwatch and Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
According to Twitch and reported by The Verge, Valorant broke, quote, single-day hours watched record in a single game category, end quote, yesterday with 34 million hours watched.
34 million hours.
With 1.7 million concurrent viewers, which currently... the record for total concurrent viewers held by both League of Legends World Championships and Fortnite's The End event. So the way this is in closed beta right now.
Right.
And so a lot of streamers are giving out and receiving Valorant codes through Twitch streams. The only way that you could get a code for this game is by being a part of a Twitch stream from someone who is eligible to give out codes.
Which is very smart. Very smart move.
So the streamer can be like, oh, I'm going to give out like 10 codes randomly. And it goes to 10 random people in the Twitch chat, and it'll just appear right in your like inbox.
Yep.
And be like, oh, you got a code. And then you can have the option to install that right then and there.
Right.
And that's how you do it. It's completely random who gets it, but with favor to the streamers and those guys who are more willing to like get that content out there.
I love that.
It's set to launch this summer and is very highly anticipated.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched a little bit of the Twitch streams, not like hours or anything, but like enough to like play, like enough to see a couple matches, and it looks really fun. Like,
really?
Yeah. Were you a big Overwatch guy at all? Or Counter-Strike guy?
Oh, was I a big Overwatch guy?
Oh, baby.
I was a huge Overwatch guy.
Yeah.
I got into Diamond for ranked for a little while.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I hung there. I was a Zarya main.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Very
good.
Nice.
I was good. I wouldn't say I was great, but I was good.
Okay. So I was horrible at Overwatch, for sure. Enzo was really into it, and so I got into it for a while. And it was fun. It was fun, but I was just not good. So, like, I couldn't compete.
I have a buddy who I showed Overwatch to and like coached him a little bit, and now he's playing for the Romanian national team.
Oh, baby.
Twitch.tv/Alexio.
Shameless plugs.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Go watch his stuff. He has a Discord. channel of his own.
Sweet.
But
love
he's a great guy. Good friend of mine.
Good. Friend of the show. On the Romanian
Friend of the show.
team.
Romanian Overwatch team. Isn't that crazy?
I love it.
No, but that's it for Valorant.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I bet this is not the last time that Valorant will be in the strictly cash news.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think it's going to break some more records. We'll get some launch stuff going, you know.
I believe it.
Yep. Okay. This is kind of a last minute ad. This was released yesterday. This news broke, I believe.
This is released. I think it's yesterday.
You think it's what?
I think it's yesterday, but
Okay.
it could be earlier than that. I remember seeing it a little earlier. Yeah, it's yesterday.
Okay, so Cyberpunk 2077 on track for September release, CD Projekt says. Despite the ongoing disruption caused by the coronavirus outbreak, it seems Cyberpunk 2077 remains on course for its release date of the 17th of September. This is according to the latest financial statement from CD Projekt, which addressed the challenges presented by remote work. Our plans haven't changed. We're steaming towards... Oh my gosh. We are steaming towards the September release of Cyberpunk, said CD Projekt executive Adam, and then Polish last name.
Kaczynski?
Yeah, you're probably right. Kaczynski. There is no shortage of motivation. We also possess all the tools needed to facilitate remote work. We've been operating in this mode for over 3 weeks, and to date results confirm that we can carry on with all of our operations without major disruptions. The statement adds that the CD Projekt Group is well prepared to continue work through tough times. I also read that they were polishing the game right now, but they've said they've been polishing the game since before its last delay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad they're taking their time polishing it.
Dude, give me another year of polishing. I'll wait. I will wait.
I'll wait for that polishing. I want this to be the best damn game I've ever played.
Yeah. So the financial statement from CD Projekt also said, no, it didn't. No, it said a lot of other stuff. Basically, that they were that DLC might be getting announced before the game comes out, things like that sort of nature. That their DLC size will be just as big, if not bigger, than The Witcher 3, and The Witcher 3's DLC was like basically a whole other game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's giant.
Did you know that the DLC for The Witcher 3 was going to get nominated for Game of the Year, but they couldn't do it because it's a DLC?
That's insane. What is that, Blood and Wine? Is that what it was called?
That was for Hearts of Stone.
Gosh. That's incredible. So them saying they have just as much or more than The Witcher 3 is pretty insane. And they're That's confident.
Insane.
They're so confident they're going to announce some of that DLC before the game even comes out. Who would have thought?
I think I'm ready to put in the amount of hours that Cyberpunk wants from me that I wasn't willing to give to Witcher.
Yep.
Because the world just entices me so much more.
It's a dream. It's a dream, dude. I cannot wait.
It's a dream come true.
For it.
It's a whole itch that it's going to scratch for me.
Yep. I agree.
First person shooting, RPG elements, meaningful choices, great character customization. I love that they're allowing you to play as yourself, or it's pretty much yourself, right? However you want to portray this character.
Either there's two different. There's the female or the male character, and then you make that your own. But it has a name, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But you can kind of build the character the way you want.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, you can totally make it the way you want. I am stoked for Cyberpunk. So the end of this article says, it's reassuring to hear everything's on track for Cyberpunk 2077, for now, at least. So, it's one of those things, there's so much up in the air right now. Cyberpunk's going to want the biggest launch possible. So it's one of those things where we just have to wait and see.
I don't think any other games are going to even try and release around that.
God, I hope not. They're going to die.
I hope not.
Their sales will be horrible.
Remember that one? It was back in I want to say like 2017 or something like that. But there was like 5 games that released in the span of 2 months, and they were all
Yeah.
big games. There was an Assassin's Creed, there was
Uh-huh.
Black Ops like 2 or 3 in there, and there was a Battlefield game.
Yep. I
All
know
of
what
which
you're talking
released in
about.
the span of like a month.
Yeah.
And oh my god. Back in the day when I wasn't buying my own games, my parents hated me.
Yep. It's like for Christmas, like, oh, you're like, oh, I just want Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Oh,
That's exactly what it was.
it's rough. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got on Cyberpunk.
Cool. Now, Vin, your game that you are drastically intensely in love with,
Yes. Passionate
That-
about, if you will.
you are very passionate about, and you personally have a pre-order on.
Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
This article is for you.
But it's not, because I got the physical. But The Last of Us 2 digital
right.
pre-orders are being refunded. This comes from GameSpot. After The Last of Us 2 is delayed indefinitely due to logistical issues caused by COVID-19, players who bought the game on PlayStation Store are having their pre-orders automatically refunded. The refund does not apply to anyone who's pre-ordered through a third-party seller, however. So that means like if you pre-ordered through GameStop or Best Buy, stuff like that, you're not going to get your money refunded.
Can I get an F for Iron Man VR not making the headline?
Not making what?
The headline.
F. Yeah. Refunds are also being sent out for Marvel Iron Man's VR, an upcoming PSVR game. Do you like how it had to like have its own sentence explaining what it was because it's completely overshadowed by Last of Us 2?
It's tragic.
It is sad because, not gonna lie, it looks pretty sick. Iron Man VR.
I have no reason to be excited about Iron Man VR
Me neither.
because I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, but it looks sweet.
No. Sure.
If you've pre-ordered either of these games, you won't have to do anything to redeem a refund. You should have an email from PlayStation with more details. So if that pertains to you, I'm sorry you're getting a refund, but it's also good you're getting a refund. Just in case this game never comes out and we all cry ourselves to sleep for the next 10 years. And that's
Sorry,
all.
I'm looking at the Avengers got delayed, right?
I believe so, but it hasn't been
to
delayed since
September
Corona.
4th.
That was pre-Corona.
Okay. I don't
And-
think they're going to delay it again.
I hope they do. Give it
So that it...
Yeah, I don't want to play any more games on my PlayStation 4. I'm good with COD for the rest of the year and my backlog.
I can comfortably buy a PlayStation 4 game as soon as the smart delivery service.
Yeah.
But also, why would I want... I feel like I would want a PlayStation 5. Like, if I'm going to buy a physical copy with my launch console, I want that PlayStation 5 sticker on there.
Yeah,
Or
I agree.
packaging.
Can't
I
wait
don't
to see what
want
those
that-
boxes look like.
I can't either.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Wow.
gonna be great.
Wow.
And we're on to random fun stuff, baby.
Wow, that went by really quick, Finn. Not
That was
gonna lie.
quick. That was quick.
Wow.
Do you want to take these every other?
Sure.
As we do?
Let's do it.
Some of
I'll
these are
start.
like, some of these may qualify for full stories, but they're not really. It's just like a statement, and then someone writes a big article about that one statement, and it means nothing. The statement's all that matters, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, start us off. Here we go.
Nintendo on Switch shortage. More systems are on the way. A good friend of mine, Braxton Zenobio,
Wow.
just bought a Nintendo Switch with
Mhm.
Animal Crossing solely
bless
for
him.
the purpose of playing Animal Crossing.
Good.
He loves it. He's having a
Good.
great time. It shipped yesterday.
I've seen Target have Nintendo Switches back in stock. Amazon's still fresh out.
Yep.
But that was just, I got an email that said they went back in stock. I don't know why I got that email, though. The Witcher 3's second biggest year drives CD Projekt Red's revenue to $124.7 million.
Isn't that crazy?
Big number.
I mean, that's partially due to Henry Cavill.
Yeah, but that's just this year's revenue of the game.
That's insane.
That's not of all time. That's like because the show came out and because the game sold more.
Wow.
$124 million
Incredible.
just this year. And that game came out how many years ago?
I want to say like at least 3 years ago.
You can only dream that your
Wow.
game has that much success. You know what I mean?
They're gonna
Still haven't
polish
played
the
it.
shit out of Cyberpunk with that money.
Yes, sir. Yes, they are. Cannot wait.
Gears 5, a game that I never played, is currently free on Steam and Windows 10.
Yeah,
Maybe
don't
I
think-
will play it. I probably won't. It's gonna go straight to my backlog. Didn't play Gears 4.
Just add it. Just add it there. Because maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Dying Light 2 devs tease that it will be even scarier thanks to ray tracing.
I thought this game was in development hell.
It is. It still is. Nobody's heard anything,
Great.
and one of the devs goes online and starts on Reddit just... This game is going to be so freaking scary and ray tracing. Everybody get ready. Well, guess what? Get ready because we're never going to be able to play this dang game. It's never coming out. It's never coming out. But I guess when they say ray tracing, are they hinting that it's just going to be on next gen? Because they haven't said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because they could just be talking about PC.
No,
but
it has to mean.
I doubt it.
It has to mean next gen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
So there is leaked Last of Us 2 footage online right now.
Mm-hmm.
But take precautions if you don't want to see it. And Sony's trying their best on trying to get rid of all of it.
Yeah.
But
I saw a screenshot from it. I will not say because I don't want to be that guy that spoils it for people that are trying not to. I
did it
was bummed
spoil
I
it for
saw-
you?
It's not really a spoiler, but it's a mechanic, I guess, that I didn't necessarily want to see. But I'm not, like, bummed. It's not, like, a big deal to me, I guess. If it was something else, I would have been bummed. If it was, like, a story beat or something, I don't want to see any of that.
When I was playing Red Dead 2 this week,
Yeah. Oh,
my
yeah.
buddy Braxton
Uh-huh.
was watching me through SharePlay.
Yeah.
And I went over to a little tree stump behind one of the tents in our
Mm-hmm.
camp. Had Reverend Swanson's Bible on it. Right?
Yeah.
Pick that bad boy up. I'm like, oh, let's see. Open
Yeah.
it up. It's a cutout. Heroin kit.
Of course.
Right in the Bible.
I don't know where you thought of that through this, but I love it. That was so random.
Call of Duty wins First Amendment victory over use of Humvees. This is hilarious.
I wrote this is hilarious because I think it's hilarious. Basically, in the COD campaign, there's like 2 Humvees or something that drive. And they don't say Humvee on
Yeah.
it or anything like that. But Humvee was pissed. They were like, this looks too much like our vehicle. We're suing you, Call of Duty, for using our vehicle in your game. And they went to court, and Call of Duty won. They don't have to pay any settlement money. So, there it is.
Wow.
That's the end of that. Apparently this has
Wow.
been happening for weeks, but this is the first I've heard of it.
God bless Call of Duty.
God bless them, I guess. This one's kind of interesting.
Amazon put... Is it?
I think so.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Amazon puts out job listings for new Lord of the Rings MMO.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not interesting for me because I don't really like MMOs.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I just like Lord of the Rings, so that's why.
But you also like MMOs. You like Destiny. Destiny is an MMO.
I love Destiny. But this could be a different kind of MMO. Like, I don't know. We'll see. It's Lord of the Rings.
MMO
Of course I'm
shooters.
going to check it out. And it's going to be free to play, so I'm all in.
Sweet. Sweet.
But it's Amazon developing, so that's interesting. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And that's all. That's all we got for you today, boys.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Strictly Casual Podcast, your number one unoriginal podcast from unprofessional college students. This has been James Walmer and Vincent DeSantis. Is this a high five?
This is episode 10.
Oh, okay.
We made it 10 episodes, James. We didn't give up yet. We might only get 20 views
Haven't
per
given
video,
up
but
yet.
we're never going to give up, right?
Never give up.
We love it. I love it.
Come on, baby.
Thank
you so much for watching.
Phenomenal week, everybody.
Have a phenomenal weekend. Stay inside. Wash your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Join the Discord.
Yeah,
It's a fun
Discord.
time.
Again, we want your news in here. We want this to be like a little more interactive than just us 2 talking heads. So if you give us stuff that you want to hear, of course we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Comment it down below.
Absolutely. Have a
All that
phenomenal
good
day.
stuff.
Phenomenal week.
Have a great day.
Phenomenal time. And peace out.